Everything needs to have intention.
That's the thing about this place. You love yourself so much that you don't think about yourself anymore. It's about everybody else.
They really care about you. They were loving on us in a way that I wasn't used to, and they just made me feel confident.
I wanted to just say, you know what, forget it, take me back to jail. That's way easier than dealing with reality. Usually I give up and turn around and just run from my problems, but at Touch a Heart, they wouldn't let me.
Touch a Heart today is really what I believe has been my calling for my whole life. I know that I was created for something, and it's culminated through Touch a Heart. I grew up in a family that was fairly normal, very loving family, but there was a part of me that was always trying to please people. I was a very high achiever as I was growing up. I finally hit a road where I failed. I was a very broken person trying to please other people.
I had a very rough childhood as I was growing up. I did not do very well in school. I got into drugs, had 3 children, had gotten divorced. I did find a way to get into food service at Zippy's. They were very helpful, and because of them, I was able to really turn my life around.
I met Colin at church, and he was a single-parent father with 3 children. I was gravitated towards him, not only his faith, but his love for the children. We worked together with a ministry called Touch a Heart, serving the homeless. In 2012, it just happened that the board of directors asked Colin and I if we wanted to lead this organization. We had always wanted to be a part of Touch a Heart in a more integral way, and it almost just fell into our laps.
As I was working one day, I almost collapsed. I was taken to emergency, and they found out that my kidneys had stopped working. It was actually such a blessing that Robin was a match. And so we became one. From that point, actually, on my recovery, we were able to hold an event that launched the new visioning for Touch a Heart as a training organization.
I think where we landed was that instead of just feeding the homeless, it is much more valuable for us to be training our people to find that in themselves.
Coming to Touch a Heart was a really safe environment. Over here, you learn to communicate, you learn to speak, you learn to share how you feel. When I came to Touch a Heart, I was freshly out of prison. I used to be really ashamed of going to prison. From the support and the nurturing of Touch a Heart, I am now able to utilize that to help others.
Being here, I didn't know what to expect with this program. And I didn't even have such thing as support. Whereas Colin and Robin, they supported me day in and day out. And for me, being with that kind of support, it helps me change my whole thoughts, my whole bad addict behavior thoughts and everything, and realizing, wow, there's people that care.
Through this, I got amazing support from everyone. Taking responsibility of the things that I've done wrong is one thing, but learning to love myself was harder. Today, I love myself. Today, I found my person, found my worth. I love me.
A couple of years ago, something very profound happened. As I was going through coaching, my coach asked me, what would you do for that little boy Colin as he was hurting? And I hit this huge epiphany that said, now I understand that each of the people that I train is the little boy Colin who was abused, and that I can help them get past that to attain a successful and sustainable life.
When Colin and I got married, I was actually getting married to an instant family of 3 children. And about 3.5 years later, I adopted them as my own. What is so significant about that experience is that I realized later on, as we are working with all of our people at Touch a Heart that come through our program, that I am actually adopting them into our family as well. All of the things that a mom can do to nurture and to provide for, that's what I do for our people. When we start with the end in mind, we start with excellence, highest value, highest quality. What most people don't recognize is that the most important ingredient is the people that produce our products. Now, what we want to do is build a legacy of our people growing, finding purpose, and being able to restore themselves into the communities that they are in today.